is actually click start recording and record this for the YouTube audience. So welcome along. This is race 86 of our F1 career. Woo, little lock up there. Nothing too bad. And it's Monaco. Oh, that's a big lock up there. So, and I'm hoping one of my goals for those that follow me on Blue Sky, or maybe they didn't see or whatever, but one of my goals was to finish the career mode on this game this year. So this is, I mean, I only have 15 races left, so it would be nice to do that and get into some F1 2013 afterwards. So, which would be next? Woo! Little woo! Oh, fuck. I'm gonna use one rewind, but if I have to burn a second, I'll like early on in this practice session, then maybe we'll restart it. But this is definitely a very loose setup. I'm gonna cut the corner on that one. To satisfy. But yeah, let me know how everyone's doing. Welcome. Great to have you along. We still have the Paralympics on. Indonesia's just beaten, I think, the French badminton player. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jesus. I mean, I think I'm gonna... Alright, I'm gonna try... I'm gonna actually restart the session. And I'm gonna try setup 2 real quick. Because that, I'm all over the place with that car. Monaco Dry 2.
We'll make...
Let's go into rich fuel mode, please. Make sure it's in rich. Oh, fuck. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. God damn it. Walls! It's been a long time since I played an F1 game, let alone this one. So... It's all walls. It's of course I have to resume on Monaco as well. Like, I didn't plan this out very well, if you couldn't tell. That other setup though, holy moly, is that setup? That setup's insanely loose. Good evening. Hello. Is that pint-sized geezer? Welcome in. We are trying to remember how to learn how to drive. Around the streets of Monaco, of all the places to do so. But welcome in. Hello Zanko, hello Zig. How is stream going? I know you guys are currently live, I believe, right? So, love this track. Oh, it's so bumpy. That's whoa! That's really what's killer. But you know you might find. Good evening, Bennett. Good evening, Blockbuster. How are you? This is one of my favorite Oasis tracks, and Oasis are my favorite band, but it's still like this is like arguably top 3 or top 5 for Oasis songs. I'm good, thanks. Nice. The football was pretty good today. Fulham and Ipswich was a little bit agitating because of VAR, but I can't say it wasn't a bad game. And Man U Liverpool was fucking excellent. So a lot to like about the football today, I will say that. I actually don't know if anyone else played. I think something's like whoa, little loose there. I have to remember to feather the pedal because it's been so long since I played an F1 game, and I've always had traction control on. And when I've always had traction control on, it's literally just like the moment I'm done braking, straight to the floor with the pedal. And it's like it can't be like that. It has to be a feathering, right? So I'm getting used to it. So I'm not muted, am I? I'm good. No, I'm good. We're good. Okay. He knows if it's not our day. So, but yeah, we're having a little drive. AI is not set very difficult, and we're doing the whole practice session and the qualifying session and the 100% race, which is 78 laps. And I will probably break between practice and qualifying for dinner because I'm slow cooking chicken tonight, so I got it in the crock pot, and that's basically it. So when it's done, it'll get pulled out, and then I'm just gonna go eat it. So get a little barbecue sauce going in there, get a little chicken in the crock pot, vegetables alongside it, easy enough. But that's what we got. I actually had to finagle. I was going to go live earlier, and I was going to get this, but I had to finagle this game because when I launched it, it didn't launch. It kept CTDing on me. Well, that's a lockup and a half there because of the bump. But yeah, this game kept CTDing today, and I uninstalled it, reinstalled it. I verified the game files, tried it again, it didn't work. Uninstalled it, reinstalled it. It didn't work. Verified the game files again. That didn't work. And then I did it all that a second time, and finally it worked. But what a mess. What an actual mess. And I looked on Codemasters, or not just Codemasters, but Steam itself, right? Support and community pages and everything for an answer. And a lot of the Codemasters told this one guy, hey, we never tested this on a laptop. So just play the game on a desktop. And I'm like, that's fucking not an answer to the problem. And like, I don't know about you guys. I don't own a desktop computer. I have two computers, and they're both laptop computers. One is I think 7 years old now. And the other one is this one, which is 2 or 3 years old now. I think this is 2 years old now. So this is a much better setup, by the way. This feels so much better than the other one I had. Oh my god, it's not as understeery, but it's the other one is so hard to control. This one there's a little bit more. I feel like there's a little bit more drag on it, so it's not too bad over the. It's not as bad over the bumps as the other one was. But woo, that was wide. It's not today. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't had a desktop computer since 2008, I want to say, or maybe 2010. Oof. A little loose there. Yeah, it's been like since. Actually, I think I had a desktop computer all the way up to the. I think the year I left college, which I want to say was 2012. But, oh fuck, I just turned in too early. I'm trying to think, because I'm 36, and I would have been 22 when I left college, I think, right? So, I would have turned... No, I would have been... Yeah, I would have been 22 when I left. So that's 14 years ago? Which is 2010, yeah, 2010. So, wow. Oh my god. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting fucking old. I'll be, less than 2 weeks, I'm going to be even older, so, you know. I'll be 37 before the month of January is out. So... I think the thing that's really shitty too is I'm not So you're not 37. I'm 36, and I will be 37 in January. I'm turning 37 this month. Yeah. So, what do you think I am, Viva? Now you got me curious, because I got the full beard, so some people 50. Bruh. No, like late 20s. Yes, I have the beard, and a lot of people say this makes me look older, which is very true. But a lot of people think I'm like early to mid 30s with the beard, which is kind of true. Like 36 is mid 30s, right? So, but then without the beard, they tell me I'm like 28, 29. So, well, yeah, I'll be 37 in this month. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I actually don't know what day it falls on, so I have to think. I think it falls on a Friday this year, so I will unfortunately be working. But I think, yeah. Oh, great song. This and Beast of Burden are probably my two favorite Stone songs. Sympathy for the Devil is really good too. This is the mega mix as well that I put on from YouTube Music, so there might be some random K, not really K, but like J-pop or EDM that slides into the playlist. So we'll have to see. But anyway, yeah. I don't have any plans to celebrate. I'm kind of just, not that you make plans to celebrate. Like when's the last time you made plans and went out and celebrated your birthday? You know what I mean? Like, it's not. I don't know. Some people do that. Some people are big into that. I haven't done that since I was like 20. Never. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not anything anymore. I always try to make sure the girlfriend's birthday is celebrated. But you know, she's young still, so. But the sucky thing is, hers is actually going to be when she's in Hawaii. So, this will be the first year in a while where we've not celebrated it together, because she's going to be out in Hawaii. So, yeah, I'm not big on birthdays. I'm not either. I think it's cool. One thing I always think is pretty cool, though, is the supporters group for the Sons of Ben, right? They were founded because they're named after Benjamin Franklin, right? Benjamin Franklin's birthday and mine are the same day. We were born on the same day. And the Sons of Ben made it, since they're named after Benjamin Franklin, they made sure that they were founded on the same day as Benjamin Franklin's birthday. So the supporters group that I am a member of for the Philadelphia Union were founded on the same day as my birthday, which I think is pretty neat. So if they ever have a celebration and be like, oh yeah, it's the Sons of Ben's birthday, come out and we'll have a big party. It can double as a birthday party, which is kind of nice. But that's really the only neat thing about it. And it's in January. Like, nobody takes the time to celebrate it a lot because they're recovering from Christmas, right? So, you know, it's never really been a big thing. We usually just get a cake in the house, and that's it. But, you know, that's all it's ever been, really. But yeah, I'm turning 37. Woo! But oh, I totally didn't brake quick enough. Yeah, I know that's going to be a warning. I've definitely fucked this lap up. Ugh. Totally fucked this lap up. That's alright. Sister, it's just a kiss away. But yeah, how are you guys doing? How was your weekend? It's been pretty decent here. First weekend of 2024 or 2025, I should say. It's been good. I'm already working on goals, like my streaming goals I've already been working on, which is nice. So 200 unique days, 1,000 hours is what I'm trying to get to. So I did 740 hours last year of streaming, and I didn't even feel like I streamed a lot. So, and I think I only streamed like 180 some days. So, not as much as I would have liked, but still a good amount. I streamed 500 hours more last year than I did the year prior. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Losing it a bit there. Somehow stayed on the track. I need to remember how to check. There's the time. We're about to go into bed. Long ass weekend. Yeah, man. Oh, I fucking. Alright. Now that it can be a rewind. So, I don't blame you though, Viva. It's late there. It's like 10:30, man. So, oh, really quickly, there was something I saw. Flashbacks are a godsend. Yeah, but in this game you only get 4 a session. I saw something about Bodo, the other day. Maybe it was like a jersey or something. Fuck, I can't remember. It's gonna bug the shit out of me. Gonna bug the shit out of me. I can't remember. I can't remember. But I did say that on stream the other day that if I had the jersey player, I can't remember. But I do remember having a conversation on stream either yesterday or the day before where I basically had said, you know, because of you, if I ever picked up a Norwegian team to support, like, it would only be Bodo. It wouldn't be anyone else. Like David's a fan of Vejle, so if I ever had to support a Danish team, it was only going to be Vejle, right? It's not going to be anybody else now, because I know you guys. So, but I think it was the jersey I saw the other day, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then I saw, oh, that's Bodo's, like, and it wasn't badly priced either. It was like they were asking 60 euros for it. I just cannot remember off the life of me where I found it. And it's gonna bug the shit out of me now. But, you know, I don't know. I'd have to go through my search history, and that's like fucking a cavernous of just tabs. I hate using my search history, even for stuff like YouTube, because I'll scroll shorts, and then I just have like 200 shorts in my history, and I'm like, I don't fucking know where the thing I saw, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of shit. So, I just have so many tabs open that trying to find something that I visited without favoriting it or leaving it open as a tab is like a nightmare for me. All 3 kits this year were nice. I'll have to look them up again. But maybe I'll get a kit. Maybe I'll get a Bodo kit. Of course, I have to get ready for the start of the season, because obviously the MLS kits are going to drop in a month. And when I go to the stadium for the home opener, I'll probably buy the new Union kit, and they obviously cost an arm and a leg. If I were to go to the stadium and buy the kit, right, and not pay shipping costs, it would still cost me $199 and change. So, I mean, it's just outrageous. They just really rake you over the coals for anything. Like, it's awful. So, $99. Yeah, yeah, 99 bucks. That's, and you know what the crazy thing is? They're like, well, you can get it without a name. I don't know about you, but I always want a player name on the back of mine. You know, there's players I like on the team. I want a player name on the back. You know, but so the player name is like 20 bucks. If you want the patch that has like MLS on it and stuff, that's like another 15 bucks. And then if you want the authentic jersey instead of the replica, which the difference is the authentic is breathable and the replica is just fucking straight polyester and it chokes the shit out of you, then that's like an additional 60 bucks. So a nameless replica is like replica is like a $100 jersey. And then a nameless authentic's like 140. And then if you want the name, it's like I think the replica's like 130 and the authentic's 200. It's just like, Jesus, guys. So, and that's the crazy thing, is that it costs that even at the stadium. If I went there and had them print the jersey, like, or buy the jersey directly off them, it would still cost that much. So, it's awful. Leave those kids alone. Breaking the wall. Woo! So, not looking forward to that. And then the thing is, my dad never wants to spend the money on the jersey. He's like, it's way too expensive. Way too expensive. So I always wind up buying it for him. So I'm gonna wind up spending $400 just on kits alone this year, because one for me and one for him. So, but, and don't even get me started on scarves as well. I have like a whole container, like, you know, the rubber container. We call them Rubbermaid. I don't know what you have over there, but it's, you know, like a clothing container, storage container, clear, like 50-gallon container of just scarves, of just footy scarves. And I need to dig it out and you know, diversify the scarves I use. So, but I also have some that I traded for. I traded scarves with away fans, so I have a neat little collection growing. I need to continue that at some point, but the problem is I always drive my dad to the games because he doesn't want to do the drive himself, and it's just costs less to carpool with parking and everything, right? What? So when the game is done, because he's older, a lot older, you know, we go to the car right away, because we're in a standing only section, so it's a bit demanding on him, because of his age. He's 74, going to be 75 this year. So you know, by the time you get there and you're standing an hour before the game, and you're standing 2 hours for the game, and then you're sitting in traffic after all that 3 hours of standing, he's ready to just sit down. And I'm like, I get it. So I'm not going to wait the 20 minutes for the away fans to be let go to try and trade with them again. I'll just, any game that he's not coming to, I'll see if I can do the trade then. But I wanted to eventually get to a point where I've traded away fans for enough scarves that I have one from every MLS club. That would be nice. And I want to say I have half a dozen now. I have Atlanta, the Red Bulls, DC United, Portland, Vancouver, Montreal, and Philadelphia, obviously. So I have 7 of the 20, or 7 of the 30 clubs. So, some of them are phenomenal. Some of them are kind of shit, but some of them are phenomenal over the years. So, a Portland fan gave me the nicest one, by the way. One of the nicest fans I met, actually. He came out for a game back in 2018, and I traded him the scarf. I traded him a Sons of Ben one instead of a generic one from the club. I traded him one from our supporters group. And in return, he traded me the one that his supporters group made for the Western Conference Final. So I have this giant scarf, and it says Sporting Kansas City versus Portland Timbers, and it has the date from the season before in 2017 or something like that, when they played at Providence Park in the Western Conference Final. And I'm like, that's awesome. Like, that's awesome. So, that is probably the best scarf I have in my collection. And I miss what the Sons of Ben used to do when we had this guy Bill Gussler, who was our president for a few years. When he was president, they did very limited 1 year. They did Scarf of the Month Club. And they turned around and said, listen, if you want to pay $400, we will get you a scarf every month. And it'll be designed by somebody within the club, and we'll vote on it, and then we'll get it made. So, like, for April, for March, there's it was a St. Patrick's Day themed scarf, right? So, it's like a black scarf with green lettering on it instead, and it has the Irish flag on it and stuff like that. And it says "Come on Union" in Irish. Really good. And then they did one like a video game themed one, like an 8-bit Mario themed scarf, and the ideas were great. Like in July, instead of putting the American flag on it, they put the circle stars with the original American flag from like 1776 with the circle stars. They put that on it. Hang on. So, and they did it up in like the revolutionary writing. They wrote like the same font that was used on the Constitution, like that kind of font. They wrote out like Philadelphia Union in that style of font. And it's just really nice stuff. So I might have to do a scarf collection one day on stream. So scarf and esports jerseys are like, and just jerseys in general, are probably the things I have the most of. I would say I have about 25 esports jerseys. Football related, I probably have about maybe 15 to 20 jerseys now. And scarves, I probably have close to like 40 or 50 scarves. So, I collect way too much. My mother's like, you don't need this many scarves. You're never cold anyway, which is true. I'm very rarely cold, but I'm like, listen. Football culture dictates. I've cooked that turn. I absolutely cooked that turn. I don't know if that's even a thing that other football fans. I would imagine, no matter where you are in the world, whether you're in Europe, whether you're in Southeast Asia, whether you're in Japan or the U.S., I would imagine over the years, you guys get a pretty big scarf collection, or you have a pretty big scarf collection, and jersey collection. I would imagine that's something that's just true over the years. So, I'll be pausing after this song. The ad break starts in 5 minutes anyway, but I'm gonna pause to go eat after this song. So, woo! The chicken is coming out now. So. I'm sliding a little bit, but it's because the rears are kind of cooked. I mean, look at how bad the rears are getting now. And this is just 18 laps, and these are primes. These are not option tires. So I'm wondering what year they went to the 3 compounds, the soft, medium, hard. They had to have done that in like 2015, 2016 kind of. So, because it used to just be prime and option like this is. Great song, by the way. This was the #1 album back in the 70s, by the way. And it's a good album. A lot of the songs sound a bit, oh, get off the wall, sound a bit dated now, but I do enjoy a bit of Supertramp every now and again. That was my attempt at whistling. Anyway. It's just nice. I mean, it's just sad that the rears are going because the fronts have so much life left in them. Like, they have so much life left in the front. Like, the wear on the front suggests that they have another 10 laps. And the wear on the rears suggests they have maybe another, like 4 at max. So. The ocean. Anyway. Oh, come on. Get off the wall. I'm gonna run out lap 21 and then we're gonna pause for dinner. And then I'll be back afterwards. All my days, goodbye Mary, goodbye Jane, will we ever meet again? Oh, bud. $54 laps of fuel. So primes are going to last me about 20 laps, really. And it is a 78 lap race. So that suggests to me that it could even be a 4-stopper. Because the options are going to last, options are going to get fucking chewed up. That was actually not too bad. I'm still a second down because I just have no grip. All right, last lap before we break for dinner. I'm averaging 124, so you think I'm doing about 3 minutes every other for 2 laps, right? So I gotta be like far into the session, I think. I might let the session timer run out while I am at dinner. We'll see. Ah! Alright. Grosjean said, I don't even know where we're at in the championship, by the way. I have no clue where the constructor's title is. I know it's a tight race. Also, Viva, I'm disappointed you said you'd bought a Red Bulls kit. Why? Gotta be like 26 minutes. That's fine. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna take a break. F1's not on here. There you go. Why are you still looking for FM24? There you go. I will be back in a bit. I'll leave the music for you, and I'll see you soon. I'm back. Why is there no music? Oh, there we go. We were in between songs. Okay. What did we even play when I was gone? That's what I'm curious at. What even played when I was gone? Dire Straits. Dream played. Don't Bring Me ELO. Oh, I wasn't gone that long. Wow. This is a great track. This is a great track. We got 7 minutes left in our session. Well, I didn't mean to do that, brother. uh, let's just get through it. We'll move on to qualifying. I totally, like an idiot, by the way, forgot to pause the recording for the YouTube video, for the dinner break, like a YouTube mod. I at least like to, if I know I'm going on a break, pause it so that I know, you know, the YouTube audience just doesn't have to sit through and wait for that. It could just be a hard edit, and I totally forgot to do that. But it's fine. It is what it is. Sorry, YouTube. Anyway, let me get back into the game screen because I'm still on intermission. And then we'll go through. Standings in practice are completely irrelevant. So let's move on into. Let's just move quickly on to qualifying. Pretty overcast, actually. But the forecast is dry. At least it was dry. And it's still dry, so...
We don't think you'll have any trouble getting into the next session, so don't push too hard.
We're just going to go straight into it. Woo! The little brush of the wall there, but hey, it's fine. I don't have the full... Yeah, I only have 5 laps of fuel in the car now, so... The car's going to be a little bit looser, a lot lighter on its feet than that practice session. Woo! Oh, God. Still to this day, by the way, probably the best game in all the F1 series. And I know a lot of people might find that hard to believe because the handling dynamics in newer games is a little bit better. Maybe not 24 itself, but just the dynamic weather, the dynamic nature of the career mode, and teams that constantly get better or fall off, like we've seen. It just really... It's just a complete F1 game. Champions mode's really good too. Champions mode's hard. I don't know if we're going to play that after this. I think we'll just jump straight into the F1 2013 career. But another great game in the series too. With classic mode that they had and that, oh man. 1 minute 20 is our qualifying, is our Q1 time. I think we're going to be fine there. We'll be just fine there, in fact. This is Indonesia, India. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the women's match. And it's 1 set all. Okay, we don't need to do this here. Well, my bad. There you go, 30 times. I don't know what that is. Okay.
Great job. We're through to qualifying 2.
Who's out? Car the Cayenne for HRT is out. In 24th, we've lost Ricardo and Jean-Eric Verne. In the Toro Rossos, we lost the other HRT and Pedro de la Rosa. We lost the 2 Marussias and Charles Peake and Timo Glock. And we lost the first of the two Ferraris in Felipe Massa. Oh, I don't want to listen to this. No, thank you. We're going to go on the same set of primes that we just were on. Why is it all? I hate how it starts you in a turn. Like, don't start me in a turn, you know what I mean? Like, just start me. Alright, here we go. The ad break's in 19 minutes, so we'll do qualifying, and then we'll run the ad break out ahead of so we can get a large chunk of the race in before the next one, and then we'll come back and do the race. Ah! All right. A little loose there. A little loose all lap, but we're okay. Took that bollard head on. Didn't mean to, but we kind of cooked the turn a little bit. We still should be okay. We're good.
10th at the moment.
Who's 10th? Where's Senna? Senna's 8th.
Beware, the track is...
Now he's 9th. Now he's out. He's in 11th. Now he's 12th. He needs to find 3 tenths. Now he needs to find 4 tenths. I don't think he's going to do it. There we go. It's in 14th. He's not going to do it. We lost Vitaly Petrov and Kovalainen, the 2 caterhams. We lost Nico Hulkenberg in the Force India, the first of the 2. We lost my teammate Bruno Senna. We lost Mark Webber in the Red Bull. We lost the first of the 2 Saubers in Sergio Perez, and we lost the other Force India in Paul di Resta. I'm gonna put the dirty primes on again. No, I didn't. I don't. Go back. There. That's the one I want right there. It's dirty as shit. It's gonna be a short fucking stint to start, but it's gonna be fine because they're gonna be primes, and everyone around us will start on options. That is the one I hate. I hate how it starts me there on a flying lap. Like, just start me on that straight before, after the Novell chicane or whatever. Like, just start me, or is that swimming pool? I can't remember the corner names. It's been so damn long, but like, just start me on that straight. Ah! All right, there we go. That felt good. Oh, oh, that's a shame. Oh, that's such a shame. I glued to that corner turn. That one corner turn, man, I was glued to that thing. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Where is, can we get rid of this, please? Thank you. Can we get rid of that too, please, as well? Thank you. Anyway. Oh. Oh, that's a bad lockup. Still made the corner, though. I don't know how. Fuck. Oh, God, I hit that left-hander so well as well. Ugh. Anyway. Ooh. All right. 118 for that one. That's going to be pole. Nice. On to the next session, please. Right. We got 12 minutes to the ads. Let's run them, okay, and get them out of the way for a good portion of the race. We're going to run them right now. I love CCR. The more I hear of CCR, the more I enjoy CCR. They've become that kind of band for me, which was how Oasis was when I first started listening to Oasis. Which sadly was way too late. I didn't start listening to Oasis till like 2008, 2009. So, we've taken an aggressive research path because it's the last season of the save. So now we got to think about strategy. So they're saying. So I think 20 on the primes is good. So for this one, because we ran the three qualifying laps, I'm going to do 17. And then I'll do 37 on the options. And then I will do... this thinks that we can do 16 laps on the options. I'm thinking we do 14 and we go back to prime. In fact, I think this becomes the prime tire. And this becomes the option tire. And we fit this on 57. Then it's got to last 18 laps. But then you're on. I think option. I think that's fine. So I think 17, 37. 53. No. Because then you're asking the primes to do 25, and that's brutal. Hmm. What if I did option, and then we added... It's almost like we can do option, option, option. I think that's what we got to do. I think we cut this down to 51. We cut that down to 77. So it's 14 laps. It should be 14 lap stints on the options. They can go 16. But I think if we do 20 on the primes, and then I think we do 16 or 14, 14, and 13. So I think it's going to be prime, option, option, option. I think that's what we do. I was thinking about this. It suggests, for those on Twitch who just got back from the ad break, it suggests this. But to me, the primes started to really fade. No, it's not. Thank you. The grip started to fall off after 20 laps. So, and I've already run 3 on this one. So I want to push this to 17. The options they are suggesting will last. They're saying, so if I give it 20, then I can pit on 37. And they're saying the options will last 16 laps. I don't think that's the case. I think I'm too abusive on them. So what I'm going to do is we're going to change the tire here to an option. And we're going to do 14 laps on the option stints. And we're going to add an additional stint. So it'll be prime, option, option, option. But I think we'll be good with that. And I think that'll get us over the line without too much tire problems. The first stint will be rough. The first stint's going to be a little tough. So I'm almost debating going like that. But then you have to do 15 laps on the option last stint. That's actually not that bad. And then you take the wear of old primes off your first stint because you're pitting lap 15. So, and most of the field will be pitting on 16. So you kind of undercut the field actually by doing that, even though you're on the prime. Anyway. Let's block that too. Think about her. Great song. All right, so that's where we're at. Let's get into it. Let's go into the race.
Set.
Yeah. Great track, this. Oh, the mess of my head. Let's get into it. I've got the water next to me. That's, I think, I don't know if that's Rosberg or Schumacher.
The team are hoping you can get another
That's
podium this
Rosberg.
weekend. Let's go out there and get a result.
I mean, you guys are trying, but you're not going to get past me on the, like, turn 1 is not the turn for passing. There we go, we're underway. Oh God. Forgot how much of a tank it is now with all the gas again because I just came from qualifying when it was loosey goosey. We boating out here. Under over again. Oh, mess up my head. Woo! Mess up my head. That's lap 1 of 78 done. So I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, we're gonna be right up to, we're gonna be like, this is gonna be like an hour. So the limit is obviously 2 hours for a race. And assuming we don't get the rain, which we have 0% chance of, this is gonna be like an hour 54, hour 55 minute race. Whew. Love Zeppelin. Oh, that's a corner cut. Oh, thankfully I didn't get a warning for it that early in the race. But that definitely wasn't a clean corner. Whoa! Maybe it'll be like an hour 51, but somewhere around there. That's lap 2. We're going on lap 3. Ooh, okay. Oh my goodness, that was very close. Hey, Raz the Bear coming in with a party of 1. Hello, Raz. How was your stream? Are you still in the FM game with Lou? And Lou coming in with the raid with 3. Double raid. Welcome along, gentlemen. Yo, yo. Yo. How we doing? How was the stream? And how was the save? Oh God. That was a big brush up with the wall. How'd it go? So, we bottled the league, and then well, you bottled the league, and then Lou, no. Lou, you can't be out here bottling. Yeah, it was good. Reservia champions again 3 times in a row. Nice, very nice. Oh my God, that's so close to the wall. Oh my God, okay. Now my fans hate me, and so do some of my. Oh no. Is it fixable, Lou? That's the big question. To be honest, we've won the titles 5 times between us. Okay, okay, nice. So, what league are you in again? It might be fixed. Ah, oh, fuck! I just took a piece of the wing off. Fuck me. You're in the Polish league. That's right. I don't know why I can never remember that damn stat. Because you guys have told me that like 2 or 3 times now, and I'm like, that. Why can't I remember that you're in Poland for some reason? I don't know. My brain. I'm just getting old. We had this conversation earlier before you guys got here. I'm going to be 37 this month, so memory is it's okay, but it's not what it used to be. That's for sure. But anyway, a youngin. Yeah, I know. That's true. You're 45 this year. Nice. Very nice, Raz. See, but here's the thing, Raz. You don't look 45. You look like you could be my age, and I'm 36. So you actually, but you both look all right for your age. I'm not gonna lie. So, but yeah, I don't. Yes, everyone's all funny. I'm gonna have to. Okay, that might. I might. Yo, that was not Pinocchio. There's no nose growing. It's just straight to the wall. All right, there we go. We're away again. I can't. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're gonna have to restart again. I locked up first corner. Fuck me. This is not like the newer F1 games. So the newer F1 games, if you have flashbacks, right? You can set it so you have an infinite number of flashbacks. But in this game, you only get 4, and it's 100% race. So it's 78 laps where you're allowed to make a mistake essentially 4 times. So it can be pretty grueling. What a good attitude. Sorry, fuck. Not the first time though. So, oh god, it's because I lock up in that corner, and I don't know if you guys have ever played the F1 games, but I have always played with assists on, and this is the first F1 game that I've actually sat down and tried to play without assists on. So season 1 I had everything was on like normal, and then season 2 I spent racing without an automatic gearbox. I spent it on the manual gearbox, and then I've played many of the F1s, and I'm okay, but I'm nothing special. That's how I feel as well. I'm not anything special, like. And I used to play it like on a really hard difficulty, like my F1 24 career mode. I think right now I'm on 91 or like 93 difficulty, like very hard out of the 110. But like it's all it's all like white knuckle driving, you know what I mean? And I'm like, the last thing I want to do on a Sunday night is spend 2 hours leaning forward into my steering wheel, like trying to, like death gripping it, trying to hold on to like a points finish, you know what I mean, as a back marker. Like it's too much, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to. I'm trying to relax when I stream, you know what I mean? But of course I say that, and I'm just racing around Monaco of all the freaking courses, you know what I mean? But let's play Monaco. This would be a race that is done off stream. Yeah, exactly. But I've done some of the F1 races. Oh, fuck's sake! I've done the F1 races. What was I gonna say? Mostly recorded for YouTube or streamed, right? Oh, that was a terrible start by me. Oh my god, that was so bad. And I've kind of like, okay, let me at least finish, because this is the last season of the 2012 save. So I'm like, let me at least get through this game. And I started recording my F1 playthrough halfway through this career mode, because I used to just play it casual. And now I'm like, let me record it and put it for YouTube and stream it as well. And so now I'm like, okay, I don't want to have like a gap in the playlist on YouTube, you know what I mean? So I was like, let me stream it and record tonight. And now I'm having a grand old time on Monaco. I just gotta calm down. So, but traction control has definitely been the hardest thing. I haven't been able to get, like, traction control is really, I've just cooked the first turn. So, There we go. Cooked the chicane first time around. Uh, but yeah, traction control has been a nightmare to try and race without. It's been really hard. Anti-lock brakes took a little while to get used to, and then I'm like, whoa. TCS off has been like, holy shit. It's like a whole new world. But anyway, I'm glad your streams went well, for the most part. Commiserations, Lou. What did you guys do this weekend outside of that? You know, how's everything been? How's the start of 2025 been for y'all? I was joking with, I think, I can't remember if it was Gucci or Gaffa earlier today, but I had said that this is probably the first year, I mean, knock on wood, because we're not even through 7 days yet, but I said this is the first year in a few where after the opening 5, 6, 7 days, I don't want to cancel my free trial to the beginning of the year. I don't want to cancel my 7-day free trial for 2025. I'm actually content with it. Unlike last year and the year before. Pretty chill, to be honest. Back to work tomorrow. First time since December 13th. Fucking hell, that's nice. I worked the 23rd, the 24th, I took the 26th off. I've worked the 27th. I worked the 30th, the 31st, the 2nd, the 3rd. I'm back tomorrow. Yeah, I don't get time. And the crazy thing is, here's the crazy thing. Hold on. 2025 started okay. Booked a holiday for 2026. Let's go. I'm trying to do the same. Once the Olympics tickets come out and the plane tickets, because you can't book more than like. I was lucky over. Our place shut down for Christmas. Oh wow. You've only had the bank holidays off? Oh wow, yeah. No, my I'm gonna book my 2026 holiday once I can buy the plane ticket and the hotels, and you're not allowed to book them more than, or at least I don't see a way. I haven't found a way you can book them more than 12 months in advance. So I'm gonna book the trip to Italy within the next 2 months. So, but I will say we don't have a difference between sick time and vacation time, right? BRB? Okay. So there's no difference. And we have booked and start paying next month. Nice, yeah. That's my goal. My goal is to book it all in February 2026. Or I'm sorry, my goal is to book it all next month for February 2026, and that way I can have most of it paid off by 2026, and then I just go on the actual holiday, and I just need to buy like food when I'm there, you know what I mean, and souvenirs if any of them, but probably not. But what I was going to say is we don't have a difference between sick time and vacation time, right? It's all the same here. So I have, I think, 7 days left. I think it's 6 or 7 days left, right? And what's going to happen is January and February are always extremely slow, right? And they might cut hours. So there's a very good chance that I'm going to get a Teams message or notified over the next 2 weeks, a message in general. And they're going to be like, hey, we need to cut hours this week. Can you make sure you don't log on tomorrow? You know, or can you make sure you don't come in on Thursday? Or can you take a half day? Things like that. And in order to make sure the paycheck isn't short, I'm going to have to dip into the last 6 or 7 days off that I have of paid time. And it resets May 1st. Because it runs, at my company, it runs the 1st of May through the 30th of April. So what's going to happen is I am going to dip into probably all of the rest of the paid time off that I have to cover for cut hours for the rest of this year. And when the time resets in April, I am probably not going to be able to take it because I'll have to save it up for the Italy trip for the Olympics, which is in the February of that following year. So I took the 26th off, and outside of getting my hours cut over the next 2 months, that'll probably be the last actual scheduled paid day off that I have until the Olympics in 2026. 300 and however many days left there are to go. Which isn't great. Not a great scenario to be in, but it is what it is. But
26
anyway.
seconds. Gap is 26 seconds to the car behind.
And the only reason I do that is because I'm going to have to hold on. I'll get 4 weeks. I'm using 3 of them for the Olympics. And I'm going to have to sit on that last week of paid time off so that when they cut my hours in January 2026, I can cover for them and not dip into vacation time I'm using for the Olympics. So, yeah, it's not going to be great. It's going to be like, and you know, I took off for the Olympics this past year in July and August. So that was the last full week I've had off. So I'm going to basically go from August 2024 through to February 2026 without a week off. So it's a pretty brutal stretch. But that's the way it works over here. And woof. I'm hoping they don't cut the hours that much, but I've been with this company 6 years and in the industry for fuck, man. 12 years now? I think 12 years I've been in this industry, and it's always worked like that. So I remember when. Great song. So 6 out of the 78 laps about to be complete. That is 1/13 of all of the laps. So we're going to be here a little bit. But, woof. There we go. The nice thing is I can work from home. That's the nice thing. I actually wanted to go in tomorrow, but it's going to have to be work from home because we're getting snow. And it's not like a little bit of snow. We're getting like a solid... I don't know if you guys measure snow in inches or centimeters over there. I know you use Imperial, but I don't know if it's used for the forecasting. But we're getting about anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of snow. So, which I think is 10 to 20 centimeters. So we are we're getting a good amount. Oh, I've cooked it. I locked it up. And I had to slow down enough so I don't get the corner cutting warning. You know what it is about Monaco? Everyone's like, oh, it's walls, it's tight. None of that is the worst part. The worst part about Monaco is the fact that it's so freaking bumpy. That's the worst part about Monaco. If this track wasn't as bumpy as it was, it would be so much easier to drive. It's just all the bouncing. I mean, it locks you up when you're breaking a straight line. It throws the car off balance. Like, it makes shifting a nightmare. It makes grip a night. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. The fact that it's so bumpy. Anyway. We are, if we have time later, which I'm anticipating we might, we are going to swap over to Age of History 3. Tomorrow I'll be back probably with Football Manager. We might play a little bit more. I kind of want to play Pang Ya again a little bit on stream. But that's coming up in the schedule as well. And then we'll have Time In back on the schedule after next week. And, yeah. We'll do more Football Manager. I've cut that again as well. Fuck.
There's a group of slower cars just ahead of you.
What is this song? Sister? No. No, thank you. There are some classic songs I'm not a fan of. Journey has a lot that I don't like. Everyone's like, oh, how can you not like Journey? It's just not my style, man. Boston is another band I'm not like huge on. I don't know. There's some. You never are a fan of everything. You know what I mean? So when it comes, okay, save the wing, thankfully. There's always one or two bands that you wind up not liking. So I've had a lot ruined for me. There's some songs that people look at and they're like, oh, this is great, and I'm like, yeah, I used to work retail and it was on a playlist and I heard it 5 times a day. You know what I mean? I couldn't stand it. You say goodbye, I say hello's a little like that. Not only because did they not have the original version, well, they did have the original version on the playlist, but they also, when I worked retail, they had the original version of that song, and they had the Glee version, which was just a nightmare to listen to, because Glee was big when I was in retail. And it was actually probably the height of the show Glee. And so you heard that song like 10 times a day, and the Glee version is horrible. It's so bad. It makes you want to pluck your eardrums out. It's that bad. And we would listen to it 5 times a day for like 5 days a week working in retail, and it was just like, oh my god, I can't. So that song has forever been ruined for me by working in retail. So oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. No. Oh shit, okay. Need to calm down a little bit. Tires are starting to go, but the pit stop is in 5 laps, so we got time. We're good. I don't want to have any big mistakes for a little while. You know?
You're well ahead of the next car. Around 1 minute separates you.
So I'm still early on in this race, that's why. Put out the fire. Gonna be looking for a bit as I got some stuff to get through. Fair enough, Lou. Thank you for the raid. If I don't talk to you before you log off, man, you have a wonderful night. And I'll catch you next stream. Much older. But, whew. I didn't use any DRS, or not DRS, curves in that lap, and I should. Really, the tunnel's a really good place for it as well. Whoa! That was way too much curb. Up the hill's pretty good, too. But again, this area gets so bumpy. I think that's the biggest test with not having traction control has been how bumpy this track is without the TCS on. Don't give me a penalty. Thank you. It did not. I'm randomly, for no reason, in neutral instead of first gear. Overshifted. Overshifted down. Thank you, Pedro. Oh, did I cook it? I've cooked it. But you can't go too wide in there anyway. Right there is really bumpy too.
Rosberg will be stopping in 3 laps time.
Rosberg stopping in 3 laps. That's lap 14. Is he gonna? Are the options gonna stop before me? I didn't think they were that worn. I thought you can run 16 on them, and they would have run the You can run 16 on them, right? That's the life of the tire, right? So you have obviously the qualifying lap because they have to start the race on the tire they use to qualify in Q3 for. So they're all on the option. Oh shit! Which is gonna have one lap life used out of the 16. So I would have thought that they would have been okay to get to lap 15, and I would have pitted on the same lap. Great track. Just stay left, Petrov. Just stay left. Oh, fuck. That was my toe that just cracked. I just kicked the carpet up. Oh, I just kicked the carpet up onto the pedals. Feels good to crack this out again, by the way. I had this packed away for a while, and I definitely broke way too late for that corner. Yeah, I had this packed away in the closet for a while. It used to always be sitting. I used to just let it sit on the floor, really, and whenever I wanted to use it, I would just bring it up, screw it into the desk, and then, oh, you know what I realized? I've not locked my, I haven't locked the wheel the whole time. But yeah, yeah, I used to have it just sitting on the floor, and then whenever I wanted to play, I would pick it up, screw it in, turn it on. But then I was like, you know what, let me clean up the room a little bit here, because there's just so many cords and shit. And I was like, I don't play it every day, so let me... And I was kind of Euro trucked out for a little while, so I was like, let me get this packed away, since I was going to play F1 for a while. And then I finally was like, you know what, let me finish this year. Woo. So the goal is to finish this career mode this year. So this is race 86 out of 100. So I would like to finish it and start F1 2013. I've actually already gone ahead last year and did the young drivers test in F1 2013 and passed the young drivers test, so I can get into the career mode. And you get to pick your starting team based on how well you do on the driver's test. So like Marussia, HRT, and I think Caterham are in that game still. Are if the bronze, if you finish bronze, and then if you finish silver, you can get like Toro Rosso. Who else? Toro Rosso. I can't think of the second, like, who would be a secondary team that would be silver. It might have been Caterham and Toro Rosso, and then the bronze team was HRT and Marussia, and then the silver. If you got gold, then you were given like Force India or Williams, and then the top teams like Mercedes and McLaren and Ferrari and Red Bull are all locked. You can't start with them no matter what. So I got gold so I could start with Williams, which should be my team of choice anyway. Williams or Lotus. I really liked Lotus back in the day. I was a big Lotus fan because Senna drove for them, and I fucking loved Senna, and I love that black Lotus with the gold lettering. Oh, those liveries were just fantastic. The Johnny Walker black with the gold writing, such a great livery. But what do you call it? They weren't around for very long, right? Like they eventually faded. So when I was a fan in the 2000s and they weren't in the sport, I'm like, I need a team that's you know, going to be here. And so that became Williams, because that was the other team Senna drove for. And some of those cars, like the one that Nigel Mansell won his world championship in, and the one that Prost won his world championship for the year prior, were phenomenal. Those cars are incredible. Like, that FW from 93 is one of the best Formula One cars ever made. Vettel, man, come on, man, you can't do that, bro. There you go. Schumacher is 10th. Rosberg is second. Button is third. I have no clue how the Constructors' Championship is shaped up. So this is our third year with Williams.
You need to pit in this
I'm gonna pit, bro. I'm gonna pit. The first year, we barely won the Constructors with Caterham. The second year, who did we win it with the second year? Maybe Force India? And the third year we're here at Williams. The third year we were at Williams, we won it. The fourth year we were at Williams, we won it. And now we're at Williams for the fifth and final year in this season. Go on. 2.9. What a stop, boys. Woo.
We fitted you with the prime tires. You have 3 stops remaining.
Thank you. 3 stops left. We're going to be on options after this stint with the primes. And this stint with the primes is going to go until lap 35. So we're going to do 20 laps on the prime tire, and then we're going to go straight over to the options, where we will have 3 stints with the option tires. So it's a 4-stop race. And that was the first of the 4. This will be the longest stint, 20 laps. After this, it'll be 14 or 15 laps the whole rest of the way. Ah! Ugh. It's only 6 o'clock here. Wow, we really did eat early today. I must have put the chicken on around 1:30. It was done around 5. I didn't expect that. I was totally expecting to eat around like 5:30, and it just got done early. So, but that's just the way it is sometimes. Here's my teammate again. He is basically where he qualified in 13th. That might be up 1 position, actually. So. Perez doing poorly is a shock, because him and Kobayashi last season for Sauber were freaking lights out, man. They were good. They shared quite a few podiums, actually. Or they got quite a few podiums. They never really shared a podium, but... Ooh, Schumacher 10th. His teammate is 2nd. He's pitting.
Right now, watch out for cars exiting the pits.
You got it. The question is, who did we pass, if anybody, in the pits, right? Because We were Schumacher was 10th, and we were right there on his tail. So the question is, if any, are we gonna like? Is the next car we're gonna catch like 6th, and we've passed 3 cars in the pits? Like, is that how it is? So that's what we're looking at here. That's the question I have, at least. As we will be 3/13ths of the way there after this lap.
You're not racing the car ahead. He's going to have to move over and let you
Yep.
pass.
Whoa. And what do you know? The next car that we came out behind is Hamilton in 4th. So they are all pitting.
Rosberg is stopping now. He's in the pits this lap.
It's also a purple because of the DRS on the opening stint. I'm surprised we didn't get it on the closing stint.
Tires within the next 3 laps.
There you go, 125.02. Woo! So my question is, what, 15.6 would be 20%? So 23.4% of the course would be 30%. So another 5 laps done, and we'll be at the 30% mark. Oof. I'm not really that fast around Monaco. This is one of the courses I'm my slowest at, and I think it's because I let the car coast a lot more, just because of how bumpy it is. Like, I'm afraid to full throttle and full turn when I'm bouncing around, so I kind of let the car coast a little bit more when that happens. So I think that's the main thing. Like, I'm not on the power at all there, basically. Purple though. I locked it. That's not good. Ah! Alright, into the tunnel we go. We're purple through 2. Love to get a lap under the 125 mark. Oh! That is not it. But that's the first mistake. So now I'll use one of the 4 flashbacks I get. It took me 19 laps to get that done, to get a flashback used. So that's not bad. $122.467. Well, I wanted under 125 and I nailed a 122. You know, that's quick. I think the fastest I did in qualifying was a 118, and that was on primes with no gas in the car, basically. Now we still have gas in the car, so but this is the last stint we're doing on those primes that we set a 118 on, right? So, granted, not the exact pairing, but still. Let me just check something real quick. Come on now. who won the previous one? The Nigerian beat the German 21-12, 21-15. So now we got Brazil versus India. Woo. Oh, fuck off.
Your front wing's taken quite a knock. Let us know if you want to come in.
I mean, I'm not going to really be able to turn much, am I? I'm going to go one more lap. I'm going to see how it is. I should have one set of primes still on there. Oh, I got a big ass sneeze coming too. Oh. Anyway, it's not felt too bad, but we'll see. It's not felt too bad. This is going to be the true test right here in the tunnel. No, it's holding up in the tunnel. So wings pretty clipped, but I think it's going to be okay. I think we can keep moving. Right there through Sector 3 is also a big test. And it felt fine there too. So. That was just a lockup. That didn't have anything to do with the wing. Terrible lap, but I think we can get back to like 124 here now. We're still on good pace, so let's keep going. Even with the damaged wing. Probably the one track we could get away with it. Oh, Weber in 20th after pit stops. Brutal for the Red Bull driver. They have not been in a competitive car this season and last in this career mode. So. Right up. That's a penalty, isn't it? Yep. Drive through, or is it a 10-second? Drive through.
There's nothing we can do about it now. Stay focused and pit in the next 3 laps.
Yeah, penalty. It says penalty reminder. We're driving through. No, don't pit. Don't. I'm trying to. Now I have options. Ah.
Go now.
Now I have option tires I don't want. You absolute. I was coming in to serve the drive-through. Whatever. Now I got 38. Now I got option tires on one that I don't want.
You have 2 stops to go.
Damn, now I gotta think. It wants me to pit on 38. If I put options on, if I put primes on, then I gotta hope I have a fresh pair left. which I might, and then go to 58. And then, so I'm pitting on what, 38? And if I do 14 on that, that's 52. And then I've made this like a 5-stopper now. Yeah, I know. I tried to do it last round, but the last lap, but you guys didn't want me. Serve within 2 laps. Do not. Okay, they're not there. I'm like, okay. So that'll be the drive-through served, and I've pitted. But now my point is, I might have to do prime. I might have to hope I have 2 sets of good primes, and finish on primes. So 38. Yeah, I have to do 2 sets of primes now. I have to hope I have 2 clean sets. Well, I've used 1 in the practice, and I've used 1 in the qualifying start of the race, and I used the second for that miniature stint. So I don't know, but I think now that we're on the option, we're gonna have to swap over to the primes now for our last 2 stints. We were gonna do prime, option. Now I think it's gonna have to be prime, option, prime. And I gotta hope I have 5 pairs over the course of the weekend. All right. The joys of Monaco. We are 40%, or not 40, but 4/13 done the race, by the way. So. And then we're going to swap over to Age of History once the race is done. Age of History 3. Which I have to pick up and remember where I haven't played Age of History in a few months. I'm wondering if it's even still installed on the PC, to be honest with you. Because I've cleaned out a few things, you know what I mean? Like, I've cleaned out a little bit of, like, Twitter follows, like, who I followed on Twitter. I've cleaned out, who I follow on Twitch a little bit. I've cleaned out, this office, even though it doesn't look like that. It's basically a storage room / office. I've cleaned out just a lot of different stuff, including what's installed on my PC. So I had one game. I have one game that I do enjoy, and I'll play it from time to time, but the original game is like 10 gigs, something small. Mainly because it was released as an independent game that you would pay a website for, and they would just give you the EXE, and you would just download the EXE and install it. Right? So not Steam, not GOG. But when it got translated, it got put on Steam for a little while. And it's no longer on Steam, but okay, good. At least I've stop trying to pass me in the hairpin. That's not all right. Anyway, when they translated the game and they put it on Steam, they took a lot of the features out of the game. So the original game in I think Japan was the country it originated from. The original game was like 40 to 60 gigs, and the English Steam version is like 10. It's something small. They cut a lot of the game out, and it's really bare bones in the English version. So somebody went into the file who can translate, and they created an installer that re-adds all those features back. It's like a mod, right? Essentially a mod. But the mod itself is a third-party installer that will download the missing features and install them back to the game. Well, that installer got so popular that people started making their own like mods for the game, like weapons, costumes, accessories, housing and shelter, things like that, right? And you can now download those additional mods through the installer, and they add an insane amount to the gameplay. So of course I download it, but if I did download it, the game would go from 10 gigs on the English Steam version to like 600 gigs. So I had that sitting on my computer, and I'm like, listen, my computer's 2 terabytes, and a third of it is basically this one game, and I haven't touched it in a solid 4 months, 5 months. So I'm like, I'm just gonna get rid of it. Like, I'm just gonna get rid of it. So I uninstalled it. But I'm glad that that somebody did make that though, because if you wanted the full game, you would have had to play it like just through that original exe file, and it would have been in Japanese language, and like that's the whole reason for the spare laptop now. The spare laptop is Windows 10, the old laptop, the one that I have the Paralympics on right now. It's Windows 10, and I do use it, but
It looks to us like Boston is going to pit within the next couple
it
of
has
hours.
the Japanese language installed, and that is the default language, because some games require the Windows language be set to Japanese to operate. Otherwise they bug out, and the games that I have that are imported are on that laptop. So that laptop's useful for Unreal Tournament. That laptop's useful for what do you call it? Skyrim. I have modded Skyrim on there, and it's useful for the imported games I have. Outside of that, that's basically it right now. That's all I have that laptop for. So these imports that don't have English language capabilities, Skyrim and Unreal Tournament. So and the only reason I haven't ported any of them over yet is because Unreal Tournament is going to take a long time, and I mean a long time, to get working on this one. Mainly because there's a max limit patch that has to go into Unreal Tournament for this one here, because Unreal Tournament was built on a 64-bit system. So it estimates the available RAM and available video memory that it can use based on the fact that it's a 64 gig system, and that actually artificially restricts. What a great song! It artificially restricts how many mods you can have, or maps, or anything on that game, right? So come as you are, as you are, as I want you to be. Great track. Really, really good track. But yeah. The other thing I think is the problem with trying to port those 2 games on the spare laptop over to the new one is first off, Skyrim is horrible to mod. It's such a nightmare to try and actually mod that game. Like, I have spent, when I originally modded the game, about 4 years ago on this laptop, 3 or 4 years ago, I had a, I think it was like a Memorial Day weekend I did it. So I had the Monday off, right? So I spent the entire 3-day weekend working on modding it, getting it to work. And I did, but it was not finished at the end of the weekend. And then I spent the weekend after adding the final mods and the final touches. And eventually I got it to the state now where it semi-works. It's modded, it works, it crashes a lot, the scripts stop running on it a lot. The followers are bugged, things like that, because it's just so script heavy. And it's got 200 and, I think 18 mods or something like that on it, right? So it's near its limit, right? And it's a 6 to 7 year old laptop with a 1070 video card in it. So, and the processor was an Intel 7700K. So it's an old processor now. It's an old graphics card now. It's not got a lot in there for you, right? So, it just struggles. It just struggles because of that. Still runs though. Still fun to play. The other thing I that would have difficulty porting over is I fucked up the install of Unreal Tournament on that one in the sense that a lot of the mods were .umod self-extracting archives, but those were built for Windows XP. And you can go in on Windows 10 and force it to self-extract itself if you use the command prompt, which is what I did. But because these are self-extracting EXEs into built from Windows XP on a Windows 10 operating system, they're a little bit buggy. And the installation that it writes and the registry keys and whatever, it wasn't clean. So like the game works fine, all the mutators, all the maps work fine. If I tried to use a third-party extension or a third-party mod for that though, like Death Ball, which is a great mod, Chaos UT2, which was an amazing mod. If I tried to add those or play those on that lab, they don't launch. They just CTD because the archives didn't extract themselves cleanly enough to install everywhere it needed to be installed. So I tried to fix it by then downloading the zip version of that mod and then manually extracting it, but then it's caused it causes the CTD it just further along. It used to CTD on the main when you got to the main menu, or when you launched a bot map in those mods. Now, if you even try to launch those mods, it just CTDs right away. So I'm like, okay, so I know they'll work if I just installed the zip file from the off. So now that I'm done commentating that Fall Assault Cup that I was commentating, I'm going to work on modding Unreal Tournament on this PC. Only other downside is because it's going to be zip installs, and I can't copy and paste over because it's going to have those broken system files that don't point anywhere in the folder. So I'm going to have to do an install clean from start, and that is going to cause me to have to download and extract almost 10,000 files. So I'm going to be downloading almost 10,000 zips, extracting it one by one by one by one into the archive, or into the folder, because you have to point the folder. Like a map is a .ut2 file. Okay, well I know that UT2s go in the map subfolder, so I have to extract it and put it in the map subfolder. I know that UTXs are texture files. I have to once I'm done extracting the file I need, whatever texture it is, a character, let's say, I just drop the UT text in the textures folder. But I have to do that for every single file manually, and that's going to be like 10,000 files. So that's gonna be a haul. When I did it on this laptop, it took me 3 months, like 2 to 3 months. So yeah, that's gonna be a really long haul, is modding Unreal Tournament for this laptop. But once I get it, it'll be clean. It'll be great. And I do want to get it on here because that PC doesn't, it struggles to run OBS and Unreal Tournament. It runs it fine, but it's a little slow on that one. Whereas this one is, I have a 3080 in this one. And I think it's like a 12750 or something like that. Oh God. This song was like the #1 song played at Paris Olympics. So I've heard this song probably hundreds of times over the last 5 months. He's got strong beliefs. But yeah, that's gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be a haul. I'm gonna save the profile on the spare laptop though for Skyrim, and then try to install it on this PC. And I kind of want to do it again because it doesn't look as nice. You know, the mods on that are 4 years old, 5 years old. Well, I mean, I modded it 4 years ago, so the mods are even older, right? And it's one of those things where like the E&B is outdated and stuff, so like all of the textures can be upgraded to 8K or high resolution textures, which that PC can't handle, which this PC would be able to. But I have had the hardest time getting Dindulog to work, and I have had the hardest time getting that to work properly. So I think some of those ENBs might require Dindulog, and I'm like, please don't, because I would fucking struggle. I'm gonna struggle if I have to go through Dindulog to get the textures on some of the ENBs to work. Free from desire, mind and senses purified from desire. I will say that's the one thing about the Olympics that were really good after watching them for 5 months, and that's the crowds were fucking incredible. So, and part of me's like, how much is it because it was in Paris, and how much is it because we didn't get crowds in Tokyo? You know? But I'm excited to see Milan and Cortina. I think that's going to be a really good Olympic Games. I'm ready for the tickets to come out. I should be getting an email within the next week or two that says, this is your window for when you can buy your tickets. And then I'm going to buy all the tickets. And then I'm going to buy the hotels. And then I'm going to book the plane ticket. So the only thing I'm not going to do right out of the gate is probably book the plane ticket, because I'm probably going to set an alert and track the price, and when it drops to its lowest, then I'll buy.
The guys have looked at the figures. We think that Raikkonen will be stopping in 3 laps time. Raikkonen stopping in 3 laps time.
I'll see what the price is. I was looking at something. We were talking. Rowan and I were actually talking about this on this stream yesterday, but he said, I said, like, you know, the only problem, because he said he spent a lot of time in New Zealand, he really loves New Zealand, and I do know that it's very gorgeous there. think we're going on the. I think we're going on the primes, boys. If I did 16 laps on the options, I would only be at 54, and I would be short on my prime stint at the end. So I think we're gonna go. We're gonna go prime one more time.
Prime time
At least we might go
for next
prime
pit
here.
stop.
Depends on how many laps they want me to run the primes on. If they say 23, 24, and I can, it's not too bad. And Nakina, welcome, my friend. Thank you for the lurk. Was good, man. Everything, man. It's been a great start to 2025, man. I hope Happy New Year to you. I hope your start's been just as good. I know you said you got a lurk, so that's fine. I appreciate the lurk. So.
Box.
I almost saw your name and called you Enika, which is, I'll chill for a second before I start another game. Nice. What are you playing? Val? League? Hunt Showdown? Oh yeah, we got a box. What do you play? Yeah, no, I almost called you Enika, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's the singer. So you're playing League at the moment? Oh man, I saw a good meme that was like a bottle of soju, and it was like 2025, and it was like, oh, I don't feel anything. Oh, this is actually quite nice. And then right at the bottom, it was like, let's play League of Legends, and I was like, oh boy, no. So I'm glad I haven't gone back to that game. We talked about it yesterday, actually. Again on the stream with Rowan, because Rowan was like very confused at my tactics in FM, which are not very good, and I don't claim them to be. I almost keep getting back to plat. I peaked in Silver 3, brother. So, but oh shit. Plat 2 was my peak, but that was ages ago. Yeah, so was my Silver 3. That was, Silver 3 for me was season 5. I couldn't tell you what season we're on now. What is this season coming up? 14? 15? Something like that? But what do you call it? Not gonna lie, I don't even know. Nice, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we were talking about it because my tactics in FM aren't great, and I don't use meta, and I like the meta tactics in Football Manager. And he was saying, you know, these tactics wouldn't really work in the top divisions, or you know, if you played season 15, Jesus. I think the last patch I played on was 6.4 or 6.3, and then I stopped. But you know, I understood Rowan's point, like, and I'm like, I just want to play Football Manager the way I want to play it. You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, he hasn't used. He told me the same thing. He's like, yeah, I haven't used the meta tactic since I played at the FM World Cup. And I'm like, I understand. And I'm like, but I've never been like that. And that's what drove me away from League of Legends, because I always liked Ash and Corky, and they were my favorites. And at the time, everyone was like, you got to play Tristana. And I'm like, I fucking hate Tristana. I don't want to play Tristana. I don't like the character. You know, I'd rather play Caitlyn, Ash, or Corky. And everyone's like, well, do you have an Ezreal? And I'm like, no. I don't want to play Ezreal. I want to play Caitlyn, Ash, or Corky. And, yeah, rough to play the meta. Yeah, and they were like, and a lot of people would like rage quit, or they would force quit if I would pick Corky because he was weak at the time. Or at least now Ash and Corky are quite strong. Yeah. So time for you? No, absolutely not. But you know, it's one of those things that it's like I didn't want to play those characters, and I didn't want to. I don't want to pick meta. I want to enjoy the game the way I want to enjoy the game with the characters that I enjoy playing as. And the other problem is if players didn't rage quit or just scream at you for picking a non-meta character, and you actually played that character, you just lost every game. And it's like, well, that's not fun. You know what I mean? Like, getting screamed at's not fun. losing every game is not fun. Like, so honestly, I just stopped playing it, and I'm like, this game isn't fun anymore. Like, ARAMs were fun. ARAMs were a lot of fun. ARAMs still are a lot of fun, to be fair. But I'm like, this ain't worth it anymore. So, yeah, and I just left. So, new map gave it a fresh start. There's a new map outside of Summoner's Rift. ARAM. Oh. Summoner's Rift is still Summoner's Rift. But yeah, I'm not big on playing the same Summoner's Rift over and over and over and over for years at a time. Like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. So, and I hate the fact that your character can be nerfed out of the game and all that shit. That's like, I don't. It made me hate Champions. It's the same reason I don't like Rainbow Six. It's the same reason I didn't like Quake Champions. Everyone's like, oh, I might go pro, you know? Nah. No offense, Nikita, but nah. No, like, the thing is, like, it's the same thing. Like, I liked Quake a lot. I really liked Quake 3 Arena and Quake 4. And people were like, well, you should just play Quake Champions. It's Quake. You love, you know, it's an arena shooter. You love arena shooters, blah, blah. And then I played it, and I'm like, this is fucking ass. Like, this is so bad. Like, I don't want to play a game that has characters that are dependent on a patch, or can be nerfed, or can be buffed, or can be this, or can, like, just make a balanced game. Thomas Rolls! The great Thomas Rolls. How you doing, bud? Yeah, it sucks when that happens. Right, like, I come from Unreal Tournament, where you just pick the character that you like, that looks the coolest to you, and you play, and it's all based on your skill. So, you know what I mean? Like, that is what I miss. So, that's why I took to Counter-Strike for quite a while, because Counter-Strike is the same. They didn't even have agent skins when I joined Counter-Strike. It was just all the same shit, man. And it was good. It was, you know, and Counter-Strike's still a good game. It's just the community's kind of driven me away from Counter-Strike, in all honesty. I just can't stand it anymore. I do prefer CS over Valor for the same reason. Yeah, Val's terrible. Hello, Benny. Long time no see. How's it going, mate? It's going good. Thomas, Happy New Year to you, brother. How's it going with you, man? I said this earlier on the stream, and I'll say it again for those that are here now, but this is probably the first year of the last 5 where I don't want to cancel my free 7-day trial. You know? Like, that's how good this start of the year's been. So, outside of that, though, yeah, I mean, things have been good. I'm working towards my streaming goals, which is why we've been playing this game. I am not that good at this game, bro. This is on easy. The AI is on easy, so I can't play racing games. I'm not bad on the newer ones. Like, I can play. I was telling, I think, Raz and Lou earlier that I was playing the game on like the F124. I can play on like 91 difficulty out of 110. But like it's like teeth grinding, white knuckle, death gripping kind of driving for 90 laps or 50 laps. It's tough, you know, but I can get there. I am quite quick, actually. So fuck. But yeah, I would say that the new ones. All right, I'm alert now. All right, Nikina. Time for another game. Fair enough. What do you call it? The older games I'm pretty slow on though. So, I'm good. Thanks, mate. Nice, man. How was your New Year's, Thomas? And how was your Christmas, man? So. Anyway, we are, I've lost track of how far we are. We're 7/13ths through this race. Happy New Year's. It was all right. How was yours? Quiet. So, you know, all the family, the extended family live far away, and my mom even didn't want to stay up for it, right? She was like, I'm going to bed. I can't, you know. So it was, oh, fuck. That's going to be number 2. That's going to be flashback number 2. So I was actually going to do the same. I was going to go to bed, but my dad stayed up. And I was like, look, I don't want him to stay up by himself, you know what I mean? So I'll stay up with him. And we celebrated New Year's and we were in bed by 1/4 past. That's essentially how it was. It was Happy New Year, I'm off to bed, like that kind of shit. Like, so. Did you watch the darts at all, Tommy? From earlier this week. But he got sick as well, by the way. My dad, he got. I did watch the. It was very good, wasn't it? So, so, yeah. My dad's sick now. He got a head cold. I had it Christmas week. He got it New Year's week, and I'm praying I don't re-get it. I do enjoy the darts, especially the World Championship. Yeah, darts is not something I would sit down and watch all year long. And I hope he gets better soon. He's on the bounce now. He'll be better in a few days. He's a lot better than I appreciate that, by the way. Thank you. He's a lot better than he was 3 days ago. So. But I would say, what was I gonna say? Yeah, darts is not something I can sit down and watch, you know, all year round. But when it comes to the World Championship, I would definitely watch it again. So. But oof. It was neat to see Littler win. So, or is it Litter? It's not Litter, it's Littler, isn't it? But anyway, or is it Littler? Can't remember off the top of my head for some reason. But that was my first time ever watching darts. You know, I've been watching. Oh yeah, my dad's obsessed with it. Nice. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever watched darts. So, one of my best mates up in Middletown actually used to play darts. She loved darts. So, you pronounce it Littler. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, but yeah, my good mate in Middletown plays darts. She hasn't played in a while, but I keep sending her. My Instagram algorithm's fucked, and now I get I have darts sending to me on Instagram Reels. So I send it to her when I do because I know she likes darts. And she's like, man, you're making me want to play again. And I'm like, fucking, why wouldn't you? Darts is a game you could play till you're like 60, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, oh, I've cooked that, but thankfully it didn't damage the wing. My dad used to play darts at the pub. That's what she did. She played darts at the pub. And she was in like, she used to be a bartender at the VFW, which is the Veterans of Foreign Wars. And it's like an establishment for veterans to go to and hang out, right? When they don't, because they usually don't have a lot of people to socialize with, right? Unfortunately. So they have these VFWs, which are like membership groups that, of the veterans in the area. And the big draw of the VFW is that they serve alcohol there. It's very cheap, and the bar opens at like 7 in the morning as well. 7, 8 in the morning the bar will open. So people will go in there and relax and drink, and they'll shoot darts at all times of the day. So as a bartender, one of the things she would do with the veterans is play darts with them. So the VFW would host events where like little dart tournaments, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And she would compete in darts in those little tournaments. You know, nothing huge or anything like that. It's all local, but you know, it's fun. It's fun. Ah, nice. This was like 30 years ago. My dad played. Pretty sure I have a darts board hung up somewhere. Nice. Have you played yourself, Thomas? That's the big question. And then I have a follow-up question if you answer yes. So, oh. Hey, hey, what's the matter with you? I have thrown darts. I am not very good. So let me ask you this then. Have you ever thrown a 9-dart leg? And if you have, how many of them have you thrown? Because I didn't realize how hard a 9-darter is to throw. Absolute not. I don't even know how to hit a 180, let alone a 9-dart leg. Well, all right, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. We are now 8/13 of the way through the race, by the way. So I don't know what that is in a fraction, but that's where we're at. I think that's like 8 times 7, whatever, like 56% maybe, something like that. Anyway, I don't know if my friend has thrown a 9-darter, but I will say this. It reminds me of an old colleague of mine. Now, this colleague was not a dart player; he was a bowler, right? And he bowled a lot. And his brother bowled a lot, right? And his brother has thrown 3 or 4 300s in his lifetime, right? His brother's also younger than him, by the way. So his brother's thrown 3 or 4 300 games, and he's never bowled a 300 game, my colleague. And then I think one time last year, he was set up to throw a 300. And they got the camera out and they recorded it so he could post it to Instagram, and he completed it. He bowled his first. He's been bowling in a bowling league, by the way. He used to play a bowling league that was like 32 weeks as well. Like, it was a long bowling league. Yeah, he's never thrown a 300, and he threw his first one last year I think in the summer or the fall sometime. So I'm like, God, that's got to, like, 100 for me is a good game. 100. He's thrown 300. Like, that is nuts to me. So, but yeah, I feel like darts is the same way. It's so hard to get a 9-darter in darts, and I didn't realize how hard it is. But I'm not a massive F1 fan, but I remember around this era of F1. Yes, sir. This was Vettel winning the championship in 2012, if I remember correctly. So, I don't even though how they do. I'm terrible at throwing dart. Yeah, I don't even know either. So, I feel the same way about golf as well. Like, people are like, oh, I got a hole-in-one or something. I'm like, my brother, I'm lucky. I'm happy if I get a birdie, right? I have been playing golf. I was always a fan of Pastor Maldonado for some reason. We'll just say because he's a Williams driver. But what do you call it? Yeah, I feel the same way about golf, because people are like, oh, I've had a hole-in-one.
You're pulling out to
I've had an albatross.
Behind.
Something like that. But I'm like, my guy, I've been playing golf for 3 years now, Thomas. Across those 3 years, I've played collectively about 40 rounds of golf. Okay, I have made 3 birdies, and I have had an opportunity for eagle once. That is it. I missed the putt, the eagle putt, and I had to, oddly enough, settle for birdie. But what a great track this is, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I'm not very good. I've only holed out from outside the fairway twice. And one was like a 10-yard chip in the bunker. I was in the bunker, and I can play mini golf. Nice. So, once I was in the bunker, right? Left side bunker on the green. And it was a really small but fast green. And the bunker wasn't very deep. So I took my sand wedge and I just gave a little half swing, and it chipped right up, landed right straight, and rolled right into the pin. And I was like, nice. It was like a 10-yard chip, though. It wasn't long. It wasn't. I mean, I'm talking. We were right up against the green practically. And then I've holed out from 76 yards in the fairway. That's my longest hole out. And I took a little. I don't hit for power, so I took my 8-iron, because I don't have a 9 or a pitching wedge. So, actually, I'm sorry, no, I hit it with my 7. So I took my 7-iron, and I was about 70 yards from the hole, and I chipped it, and it bounced right on the fairway in front of the green, and the green was sloped up like that, and the hole was kind of center of that slope, and it bounced once, hit on the slope, and rolled up and just went straight into cup. And I was like, whoo! That was the best I've ever. That was on a par 5 as well, so that was to save. That was to save par. Unfortunately, that wasn't even for birdie. That was to save par. I was like, is this when I think of this? This is. Oh, by the way, I almost called Nikina Annika, and then look what comes on. It's Shining Star by Annika, but this is the Joe Goddard remix. Great track, by the way. I love Annika's Shining Star. It's one of my favorite songs. If nobody's heard it or hasn't listened to it, it's definitely a great song. Like Nneka is the artist's name, and then the song is just called Shining Star. Fucking phenomenal. That's the song that one day I want to get married to. People are like, what should be your marriage song? And a lot of people do kind of the same old shit, and I'm like, Annika's Shining Star would be it for me. Like, I love that song. But it's funny because I know I'm a big fan of Mia Makes Music, who is a YouTuber and a streamer here on Twitch. Phenomenal pianist, by the way. And you can have her learn songs and she'll play them, and I've had her learn like Ashes Embrace, Codaline, High Hopes, another great song. Mr. Blue Sky by ELO, which is just a great song. I love that song. And then I've had her learn Annika's Shining Star, Elbow, One Day Like This, and they're all like really, those are all really upbeat. Mr. Blue Sky is great, yeah, but all those songs are really like upbeat songs, you know what I mean, like Ashes Embrace and whatnot. So, and Elbow, love a bit of Elbow as well. That honestly, One Day Like This is probably the only song I know from them. But it's just a great track. And she's commented on, she's like, she goes, the library that you've added to her song list, she goes, is really good, actually. It's a lot of great, lovely songs. And I'm like, Thank you. My music taste is a little bit eclectic, but it's all over the place. But I love a good song, especially a guitar with strings or in the background or just really good acoustics. Like, fuck, they're so good. I also like the Verve, Love Is Noise. That's another one I really, really like. A lot of people, when they think Verve, they're like Bittersweet Symphony. And I'm like, that's a great song. To me, Love Is Noise is better. I would listen to Love Is Noise any day of the week. Bittersweet Symphony is like a song I have to be in the mood for. So, Ian Brown, Fear is another good one. Whew. Love that song. But, it's really funny. I had this conversation yesterday. Yesterday? Friday with somebody. And I said, it's neat to hear Muse fans, because I like Muse, they're a good band, right? But there's one of those, Muse has become kind of one of those bands where it's like, depending on the era that you grew up in and how young you are, there's different Muse songs you like. Like, they like Uprising. The guy I was talking to was like, oh, I'm really a big fan of like Uprising. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's like later Muse, Uprising. And there was one other he was a fan of that was definitely a later track. And I'm like, that's like maybe it might have been, is Radioactive one? Can't remember. But, I'm like, look, those are later Muse songs, and I'm like, a lot of fans who are around for early Muse will remember like Knights of Sidonia. So, love Muse as well. I have a ton of Muse songs, yeah. So, but, yeah. They're a good band. Radioactive is Imagine Dragons. Great song. It's okay. I'm not a big... Is that the one where they're like, radioactive, radioactive? I actually don't like that song. But yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that song. So, but I'm not a big Imagine Dragons fan, actually. I don't know. Their sound isn't really what I'm into, I guess. So, which is fair enough. I mean, I get why people like them, but I'm not. It's just not for me. I don't know what it is about them. Them in The Weeknd, you know. Or not, maybe not The Weeknd. Weeknd, like the artist, because there's a band, The Weeknd, and they're okay. And then there's the artist Weeknd, and I'm not huge on his stuff. But yeah, that's all right. I said this before, even about this playlist I'm playing. I'm like, you know, there's always going to be artists who are popular. Have you heard of Weeknd's cousin, Weekday, with Kofi Kingston and what's his like? No, that's Weekday. The Weekday, yeah. They were called New Day, I know, but still, my point is, you know. Oh man. Come on, Cartha Kane, you gotta let me by, man. No. Oh fuck, they want me to pit next lap. I think we wait. I think we get to 61 and then we pit on 61. But yeah, I said it about the players. Like, there's artists even in classic rock that you just, you know, you're not gonna like every band. Like, I don't like Boston, and I'm not a big Journey guy. So same with Kansas. I'm not a big Kansas fan. So Ziggurat, it is the Ziggurat. Oh my God, and Sanko. Oh my God. Hello. Welcome in.
I owe allegiance to no
Wow.
entity.
How was the stream?
Stopping this lap.
How was the the network save? Zanko was top of the league. Let's fucking go, Zanko. You're third. Let's go, Zig. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay.
Buttons in the pit lane. Buttons
Nothing
in
new.
the pit lane.
Kappa, nice. Very nice. Welcome in. Oh, I forgot to give shout outs to Raz and Lou as well, who have rated earlier. I feel so bad. I've totally forgot about shout outs because I'm racing. But yes, for those in chat that don't know, follow Zig, follow Coach Zanko. Zig is a very fun semi-variety streamer. Euro Truck, Satisfactory, Baldur's Gate 3, and Football Manager, obviously. Zanko is the king of the youth save, and just a really good FM player in general. So, love the shirt, by the way. I thought you would. Super. Oh my God, Crack's coming in as a triple raid. Crack's coming as well. Holy moly. Welcome in. Raid. What's up, Duck God? How's everybody doing? Another streamer worth following, by the way, is Crack. He's a Man United fan from Ireland who's playing through, I believe you are AC Milan, are you, Crack? Or are you Roma? I think you're AC Milan, if I remember correctly, right? So, for all his sins. I just noticed you before I left, had to send some people over. All good. We're playing the old F1 game. You just moved to Real Madrid. Boo. Boo. Boo this man. Boo. No, just kidding. But definitely another shit. So, I am Benakage. This is F1 2012. It's the career mode. I'm just having a chill drive on a Sunday because I want to finish this career mode and move on to F1 2013. It's also one of my goals for 2025 for streaming is to finish this career mode. And we are so close to the end. This is race 86 in the career mode out of 100. So I hate racing games. They don't understand me when acceleration during corners, I always crash. I've had to get used to no traction control in this career mode. That's the other reason, by the way. Nice to have the wheel a whole lot. Need to purchase one for myself for the future. It is nice, you know. This is I've put in at least over 1,000 hours of racing on this wheel, and it's been, or driving, considering Euro Truck is part of that as well. It's been a really good investment. Only racing game I'm good at is Mario Kart on the DS, says Thomas Rolls. I prefer not to speak. No, I'm okay on Mario Kart Wii. That's probably the only Mario Kart version I'm actually decent at. I get fucked up in every other version of Mario Kart. But that's the other thing about this career mode though, is that I've used this F1 2012 to learn or at least try to start racing without assists, because when I played the career mode with Snicky, who's a former, well, who is a commentator, a fellow commentator, right, that I commentated with a lot, I had a lot of pace, and they had said, like, if you learn to race without assists, you'll actually be really quick. And I'm like, I know I'll be quicker, but I've been playing racing games for my whole life, and I've never raced without TCS or anti-lock brakes. So I've spent F1 2012 doing that. So I took one assist off per season. The first season I drove with all the assists on. Season 2 I took automatic gearbox off, so I've been shifting manually the whole time. Season 3 I took anti-lock brakes off. Season 4 I set traction control to medium, and Season 5 I have it off. So entirely. So I've had to learn how to race without the training wheels a bit, and it's been very difficult. In the wet, it's been a fucking nightmare. It's not too bad if you're on the right tire in the wet, but if you're on the wrong tire, it's tough. Um, so drunk Mario Kart, nothing like drunk driving. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Why would you make me talk that out loud? You bastard. No, absolutely do not drink and drive. Do not even be buzzed and drive. But drunk Mario Kart is fun. Driven to Destruction, Pog. You know what? There's an old video game series for the PlayStation 1. Have you tried the game without the assist lines? Not yet. I think moving forward, when I move into 2023, I'm sorry, not 2023, 2013, I'll start to work on the racing line and getting my braking zones down, right? So I look at it this way. That's the last one that can come off. Like, traction control is probably the hardest, and anti-lock brakes is probably the second hardest. So, you know, I've been working on those for a while. So the racing line will come when I move on to the next game, because this is obviously the last season of the career mode in 2012 that I'm in now. So I'll move. You know, the line will move eventually. But the crazy thing is, I'm pretty sure in AOR, Apex Online Racing, which was one of the F1 leagues I used to commentate, the line was actually allowed. It was like the only assist that was allowed. At least in the top flight, they had F1 would be the F1 league would be you know, no assists except the racing line, and then the F2 league, which was still F1 cars, but F2 league for AOR would be, you know, traction control and anti-lock brakes. So don't drink drive, kids. Oh my god, you bastard. So what was that PS4? Oh, Destruction Derby. So there was an old series for the PlayStation 1 I missed, because somebody said Drive to Destruction. But Destruction Derby, they made 2 games for the PlayStation 1, Destruction Derby and Destruction Derby 2. And that game was a lot of fun. I think that's the game series, yeah. Well, okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying Drive to Destruction. So, okay, yeah, no, Destruction Derby was great, because you would do like Test Drive Unlimited was called. Oh yeah, oh bro, Test Drive Unlimited was. Oh my god, it was so good. 1 and 2 were really good. I had both for the Xbox 360 back in the day. Oh my god, was that game good. So I'm driving around aimlessly, and I don't realize my tires are red, bro. My rears are red, man. My rear tires look like they got spanked. I got a pit. We got a box. Tires. Option.
Pit crew will ready option tyres for your next stop.
Yeah, well, that next stop is now, so get them options out, baby. Anyone ever played Cell Damage or Twisted Metal? Oh, fuck. So, I had 3 and 4 for the PlayStation 1, and I used to rent 1 and 2 all the time from the store up the corner, especially 2, because I really got into Twisted Metal in the second one. I did play the first one, though, right? But I really got into it in the second one. And before 3 came out, I had a rental place that was about 5 blocks away from me when I lived in the city of Philadelphia. And they were always like $2.50 for 5 days rental, or for 7 days rental. So I would walk up the corner, throw down $2.50, and I'd have the game for a week. And if nobody requested it, because you could go in and say, hey, do you have this game? And they would be like, oh, we rented that out. It's due back on the, you know, whatever day. Then I would say, put my name on the list then. And they would write the game down and your name. And when the person brought it back and they said, can I extend it a week? They would be like, it's been requested, so no, you have to give it back now. You know what I mean? But if nobody requested it, the second week was like $1.25. It was half off. So I used to pay like $3.75 and rent a game for 2 weeks back in the day. And I always rented like Twisted Metal 2 all the time. I just love that game. And then they came out with 3, and I was like, Mom, we gotta buy it, because I was young at the time. So I bought 3, and I got 4 as well, and both were phenomenal. So I love that series so much. And then it went to a PS2 with Twisted Metal Black, and I never owned a PS2. So my days of playing Twisted Metal ended with 4. But great series. But I miss Destruction Derby because it was Twisted Metal without the guns. So you had to be really smart with the car. Anyways, my friend, I'll be looking out for the next stream. Have to be up from sleep. Yeah, in 6 hours from work. Yeah, have a great rest of the stream. We'll watch the VOD. Appreciate it, Crack. Have a wonderful night. We are almost done racing, and then we're going to move over to Age of History 3 when we finish. So we'll be on. I'm just going to take a little bit of a break. Oh, Shame Medal of Honor. Oh, my God, yeah. What a series. The original, Underground, Rising Sun, those were the 3 I played a lot, especially Underground. I played Underground a lot, man. And that was good. And that was back when there were no bots in the game, so you only could really play the missions. And the missions were so good, I played Underground a lot. And then Rising Sun was also really good. I played that as well. So COD kind of killed that series off a bit, I think. And it's a shame because COD was a really good series, and now I wouldn't get anywhere close to a COD game now. Because the older ones have hackers that are willing to, that could fuck you up your computer and everything else. And the newer ones are just dog shit. They're absolute, they're awful. So, oh boy. All right.
You've taken some slight damage.
We can work with that. That's fine. We're going to the end on these tires too, so we have to be careful here. But we are, when we cross the line, we'll be 11/13 through this race. So, which is almost like, we'll be like almost 80% through. I'm pretty sure in Black Ops 2 there's a guy who's deemed the saver of the community. What do you mean? What do you mean? Because I had Black Ops 2 for the 360 as well. And I actually did not, took over running the online servers. Ah. But that was just for Black Ops 2, right? Because I did not enjoy Black Ops 2. And I know that like a lot of people, and stop cheaters and hackers to a degree. Oh, I know a lot of people are taken back like that. Like, what? You didn't like Black Ops 2? And I didn't enjoy it, no. I really didn't like the campaign. Might be 1 or 2 more games. Nice. Because I didn't really like the campaign at all. And I loved, and I mean loved, Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Call of Duty 2 was a lot of fun back in the day. And Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was insane. They haven't done aught dodgy yet and been like 2 years. What? What? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh God. But, yeah. Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 4 I miss. 4 was probably the best. To me, 4 is the best game I ever played in the whole series. Between, 2. Whoa, that was close. But the person knows all login details of everyone who was logged in after said game. Oh, okay. And stuff like that. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I I played because you took over the whole network. Right. Yeah, I mean, I played 2, 3, 4 Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and the creators don't care. Of course they don't. It's fucking Blizzard. Do you think they care about anything? The only thing they care about is making more money. So this is the same company that had an egregious sex scandal and workplace harassment scandal. They got swept under the rug. So Cold War was the last one I played. Yeah, that's a while ago as well, if I remember correctly. But no, I played 2, 3, 4 Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 2. And I didn't enjoy Modern Warfare 2. I didn't enjoy Modern Warfare 3. I didn't enjoy Black Ops 2, so I stopped playing the series. But 4 I missed. 4 was, oh, that game was incredible. And 2 was also really, really good back in the day. Oh fuck, okay. We're still with it, thankfully. 10 laps to go this time by. How's our tires? We're doing okay. But, yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of games series now that I enjoy that come out constantly. Like, even the F1 games, they're not great. Just so you know, the idea isn't to hit the wall. Thanks, Tony. You know, I was lost for the previous 68 laps before you said that to me, brother. I totally appreciate you letting me know. Now I can do the last 10 laps without having to you know, the proper way. Let me do that now. So why did you change your strategy? What do you mean? Anyway.
Creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few
But
seconds per lap.
no, it's good to see you, by the way, Tony. Happy New Year to you. So, haha, 69. Yes, we're on lap 69. So, by the way, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Yeah, same to you, man. When my bro was like 11, he was like top 200 or so in Modern Warfare 3 players when it was popular. I hope it's been great. It's been good. It's been really good. Thanks, Tony. The thing is, Duck God, your brother is the reason I stopped playing Modern Warfare. Or Call of Duty, I should say. Because when I went on Modern Warfare 3, it was all... Fettle, man, I'm going on your outside. What the fuck? Why hasn't Maldonado won yet? Because I'm in Maldonado's seat, Thomas. Maldonado isn't in this race because I technically took his seat. So, I was in touch with one of the best to try to get better. Oh, nice. So, when I went on Modern Warfare 3, I really didn't, it was just all young kids at the time. And I'm saying, I was no, you know, I was pretty young myself, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, I couldn't stand listening to 10 to 12-year-olds try to talk shit to each other. So it was always really bad around Christmas time, too. Because the kids would get the console for Christmas, and then they would get Modern Warfare, and they'd get on and play, and then mid-January they'd go back to school. And it was a little bit better for 4 months. And then once May or June hit, they would get out of school, and then it was just awful. It was awful. And teenagers are getting much worse nowadays. Oh boy, they knew that. People complain about toxic game online environments these days. Oh boy, they don't know about that. Yes and no. I mean, yes, you're right. The meme that they wouldn't survive a Call of Duty Modern Warfare lobby, like, there is a leg of truth to that. However, I've worked within women's Counter-Strike, for example, for 4.5 years, and I can tell you that the Counter-Strike community as a whole is extremely toxic to that niche of the Counter-Strike community. You know what I mean? Like, there is a lot of sexism and racism problems within the Counter-Strike community as a whole. You know what I mean? The niche within women's Counter-Strike is genuinely really good. There's a few rotten apples. Most of them don't play the game anymore, thankfully. But, you know, the wider CS community and how they view the women's game is not conducive to the growth of the women's game itself. I'll put it that way. So you can get banned for just saying shut the fuck up chat by a bot. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That's also another reason we talked earlier about why I don't play League of Legends anymore. That's another reason I don't play League of Legends, is because they ban you for anything stupid. Hi, Benny. I'm back. I was just out having dinner with the family. Nice. What'd you have, Blockbuster? And how's the family doing? But yeah, they're willing to ban you now in League of Legends if you're a one-trick pony. So if you only play one champion, and you don't pick any other champion, they're like League will ban you. So you know, and I'm like that shouldn't be. You should be able to play the game how you want. If I don't like any other champion, I should be able to pick the one I want, unless it's banned by, you know, through the veto. Screw that's horse crap. Yeah, I know, it's bad. I know a player who's signed to a professional esports organization who got a 3-day ban from League of Legends because she said, I really have to poop in the middle of the game, and then followed it up with, I guess I'll just have to do it in my pants. And she got banned for 3 days for saying that. And I'm like, there's nothing even, like, how is that a bannable offense? You know? So, you had a nice medium rare steak. Nice. I had barbecue chicken tonight. So, hang on. The Brit just steamrolled and I mean steamrolled the Kiwi. So, here she comes. We are 12/13ths of the way through this race now. The final stretch. Oh, here she comes. I gotta be careful with my tires, man. They gotta last. Kick it into Rich for the last few laps. Burn off that excess fuel. Get some faster lap times. Complete this a little bit quicker. And then we're going to be off to Age of History 3. Okay, see you later. I need to go to bed. Back 3 a.m. is going to kill. Oh, man. Fuck, Duck God. Yeah, what are you up so late, brother? Anyway, good luck, man. Have a good night's sleep. And have a wonderful day tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Oh, here she comes. So we got, she'll chew you up. Yeah, 2 games to none. Daniel Bethel over Wojciech. Sizit? CZYZ? So. Match time 28 minutes? Fucking hell. That's a quick match. I've also got school in the morning unless it gets canceled. Enjoy the stream. Thank you very much, Blockbuster. Have a wonderful night. And have a great day tomorrow, brother. Take care of yourself. It's good to be back playing F1. I did miss this game a little bit, and I had the urge to play it, so I was like, I gotta crack out the pedals. So, oh, here she comes. She'll chew you up. We got 5 laps to go. Oh fuck! What? I don't know. The wheel snapped on me a little bit there. 5 to go. We've been in Monaco for 3¼ hours. Just over. Here she comes. But, woof. Anyway. Yeah. League is, not a game I enjoy. Good day, Lewis Hamilton. I mean, Benny. Good evening, brother. How are you? How you been? We're just enjoying a casual drive around Monaco. There's a purple time, 1:21.980. It's pretty good. Couldn't tell you guys apart, bro. Anyway, you guys are gonna hate me. This is gonna sound blasphemous, but I'm gonna skip REM. I'm not a big REM guy, believe it or not. So they're okay. I'm not like every once in a while I listen to a song from them, but I'm not a huge. Whoa. Wheel game for change. That's nice. And yeah, all right. How's your day going? Going good, man. I got prepped for the snow because we're getting snow tonight. So I fired up the fuck you call that thing? The snow blower. And I got the shovels out and what do you call it? I got I also helped my mom with a few things, so around the house. So we're good, man. We're doing all right. So I'm gonna be working from home tomorrow because of the snow. I wanted to go in, but then they were like, "Oh, you're gonna get 4 to 6 inches," and I'm like, "Yeah. Well, probably that's enough to keep me home for a day." But anyway, we got 3 laps to go. How have you been, man? You said you're all right, right? You're all right, yeah. So nice. I actually really wanted to go in tomorrow only because I need. There's just something I want to get done that needs to be done in the office, and I'm like, I want to get it out of the way. And I spent Thursday and Friday like setting it up so that all of the rest, not all, I shouldn't say all, but a lot of the rest of the work I have is complete, so that I could go in Monday and just focus on it. And now it's like, man, I don't want to drive in when it's in the middle of a snowstorm, because it's going to snow all the way up to like noon tomorrow. So it's like, yeah, I'm not trying to drive in that, you know. But basically a break, nice day off to take some. Hey, I do, because I want to keep working from home. And you know these, okay, makes sense, yeah. I'm going to keep working from home, so I take it very seriously. But it's always one of those things where I've come to realize work from home is only there so long as your CEO is okay with adapting the business. You know what I mean? I mean, there's CEOs that are just like, work from home is evil, and I'm like, it's really not. Like, it's been proven that workers are actually more productive working from home than they are in the office, and it helps me personally because this William drives like an ETS2 truck. It does. That's the great thing. Like for me, inflation's destroyed my wage over the last 4 years and my purchasing power. And not having to spend the $23 to go into work is a big help. So, because between the gas and the tolls, it's $23 a day just to get into the workplace. So it's pretty brutal. That's a cost that adds up very quickly. But yeah. So plus it gives me 2.5 to 3 hours of my life back, because I don't have to do the actual commute. So now if I wanted to go to the gym, I have time to go to the gym. So Chiefs lost to the Broncos 0-38. What if I told you they rested their starters? Zig. They already secured the #1 seed in the AFC, so they didn't play anybody. This was on the news, actually. Whole thing was about working from home. Still, you're right, because the Eagles rested their starters, and they still beat the Giants. This was on the news, actually. Whole thing was about working from home, and they talked about how when you go into work, you just go what they call coffee meets grab coffee and leave. Yeah. I mean, there's advantages to being in the building. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. It's like it doesn't need to be 5 days a week anymore. And I think businesses need to realize that. And I think the big problem that businesses have, and the big hurdle here in the U.S. that businesses have, is that they're paying. They lease out these buildings 7, 8, 9, 10 years at a time. They buy these leases for the office space. So they're paying 2019 rates on an office space in 2024 that nobody's using. You know? And that's, or is being used 40% of the time. And that's the problem that they have. So once they can renegotiate their lease lower, they might become more receptive to the idea of working from home. The Patriots won and messed up their chance of first pick at the draft. Of course they did. Poor Thomas. AI almost tossed the car into the back. Oh, Senna finished 13th. He was 9th at one point. Bruno Senna's 13th. No points for Bruno Senna, our teammate. Let's look at it. Did the Vikings play? Biz said they got a big. They play tonight at 8 o'clock. They play in a half hour, I think. Who keeps pinging me in fucking Discord? Stop pinging me in Discord. Anyway, Paul DeResta DNF'd. I can't be asked, man. This franchise. The pain you're going through with the Patriots is what I'm going through with the Union right now. Paul DeResta DNF'd. Pedro De La Rosa finished 23rd in the HRT, and then it was Charles Pick in the Marussia 22nd. Carthagena in the other HRT 21st. The two Toro Rossos in Ricardo and Jean-Eric Verne 20th and 19th. Timo Glock 18th in the other Marussia. Mark Webber had a nightmare race. He finishes 17th for Red Bull. Their struggles continue. Vitaly Petrov's Caterham finishes 16th. Nico Hulkenberg, Sahara Force India, 15th. Felipe Massa in the first of the two Ferraris finishes 14th. Bruno Senna, my teammate, finishes 13th. Fernando Alonso had a great qualifying in 7th. So many memories with all these names. Yeah, I know, right? Fernando Alonso finished, he qualified well in 7th, but he only finished 12th. Kovalainen in the Caterham was literally one position away from the points for Caterham, which would have been huge, but he finishes 11th. Perez in the Sauber finishes 10th after qualifying outside the top 10. Schumacher goes up a place into 9th. Kobayashi finishes where he qualified, finishes where he starts in 8th. Vettel is 7th for Red Bull. They pick up 6 big points there. Rosberg drops 3 from his qualifying spot to 6th for Mercedes. Hamilton's 5th for Schumacher. What a legend. Yeah, one of the last seasons he raced too. Hamilton finished 5th, up 1 position. His teammate finishes 4th, which means we gained, as a constructor, 3 points on McLaren. Raikkonen finished 3rd in the Lotus, and then Grosjean finished 2nd. So Lotus picked up 33 points. We picked up 25. You don't get a point for the fastest lap. That was not even a thing yet. Time of the race, 1 hour, 54 minutes, 59 seconds, and 16.016. So, Pick, Carthagena, Glock, Ricardo, De La Rosa, Verne, Petrov, Kovalainen, DeResta. All them without points, 6 races into the season. Then it is Massa in the Ferrari with 3. My teammate is in 14th with 6. Hulkenberg's got 6. He's in 13th on countback. Webber's in 12th with 9. Kobayashi is 2 points above him for Sauber, and 8 ahead of him is his teammate Perez. Alonso's also got 19, level with Perez, but ahead on countback. Vettel's got 21. For Red Bull, he's carrying Red Bull right now, is he? Webber's only got 9, so he's carrying Red Bull. Schumacher's got 47 for Mercedes, and then it's 2 ahead of him for Lotus and Grosjean. 17 ahead of him is Button for McLaren. His teammate is level on points with him. That's crazy. Hamilton's ahead on countback, and then it's only a point to Rosberg in 3rd, who's level with Raikkonen in the Lotus, who's ahead on countback. That's crazy tight. That's crazy tight. Constructors, we lost points to Lotus over the weekend, right? So what did I say? They picked up 33, we picked up 20, so we lost 8 points to them. So it's Marussia, HRT, Toro Rosso, Caterham, all without points. Caterham's got 2 11th place finishes, so they're pretty secure on countback right now. It's going to be tough to see him try and leapfrog Force India. Plenty of racing left, though. Force India that have 6 points in 8th, and then it's Ferrari with 22 in 7th. Red Bull's got 30. They're level with Sauber on 5. Sauber ahead on countback. And then Mercedes got 114. So there's the big gap, right, between Sauber and Mercedes, which is 84 points. And then 2 points between Mercedes and Lotus, and then it's another 16 up to McLaren, and then we are ahead by 24. So the second place team, we gained 3 points on. So we went from 21 to a 23-point lead in the Constructors' Championship. That's really all we care about. Drivers is going to be a lock, but Constructors is what I'm caring about in this one. I'm not getting a ton of help from Bruno Senna. We'll see if I actually will need his help later on. That is, I swear to God, I haven't watched full NFL games since Steelers won the Super Bowl, so I might actually watch the Vikings game to see how the game changed. That game is for the NFC North, if I remember correctly, so that's like a big fucking game. Anyway, that is that. What is our next race? Race 7, I think, in the season is Canada. I think it's Canada next. So it is Canada. Look at that. Look at this, by the way. Look at this schedule. Look, you talk about throwbacks. Albert Park before the edit. Sepang, what a great track. It's such a shame that F1 doesn't race here anymore. China, Bahrain, Spain, Monaco, Canada, right? Valencia, what a fucking great track this is, by the way. It's a shame they don't race here anymore, because this track is phenomenal. Valencia is so much fun. Who should I watch out for any old-timers? I have no clue, man. I don't follow the NFL, and I'm not a big American football fan, so everything that I know about it is through my dad, because he loves the NFL, so... Lions were laughing like team, we're laughing team like United. Yeah, okay, dope. But yeah, Valencia, Silverstone, obviously. Hockenheim, bro? Hockenheim. Come on now. Hungaroring, Spa, Monza, Marina Bay, before they took out the Singapore Schling chicane. Japan and Suzuka. Yongam, which is, I love Yongam. Really tough circuit though. Really, really difficult track. Really great circuit though. And then hands down, by the way, the best racetrack built, arguably, in my opinion, in the last 20 years, Bud. Without Bud, there's no Coda. And Coda's incredible, right? Coda's an awesome track. But the whole reason Coda exists is because Bud was made a year before that. And this track is just incredible. Love it. Abu Dhabi, obviously, then you got Coda, and then you got Interlagos. So we are up to Canada is the next race. We will have a test, an engine testing. I've heard you in way too many commercials to be listening to you full time. But yeah, Canada. I just hate the ads during the games. That's the main reason I stopped watching basketball, except for the playoffs. I'm surprised you watched this stream then, Namis. We have ads every 45 minutes on the stream. So I feel bad. I do feel bad. The people in Europe are great because it's mandated there, right? So they don't actually get the full 3-minute ad break. But nah, it's fine. Yeah, but there you go. That's the race done and dusted. So I'm gonna click off to those. I should have Age of History here somewhere. I'm gonna take a quick break. Speaking of which, the ads run in 6 minutes. So I'm going to close the Logitech G Hub. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to unplug it. Come on there, man. Okay. I might have to turn my overlay off, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to launch Age of History. I need to change the title before I do that. Oh, that's nice. Okay, cool. Let me click over here real quick, and we're going to do Age of History 3. And I'm just going to change the title to straight Zulu the World. So, let me see if I can launch this game, because it's a bit... I got a question if you take a break and stretch. Sounds good. Let me launch this game and see if it's going to work. I'd like it to be in windowed mode, but I don't know if I can get it in windowed mode. I'm waiting for OBS to pick it up as well. There we go. Cool. I'm going to step away for about 5 to 8 minutes because the ad break is in 5 minutes and the ad break is 3 minutes long, and I would like 8 minutes to stretch my legs. So I'm going to be back in about 8 minutes, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon.